I'm still an activist. I'm still, staying in my house in Hebron and in Tel Rumeda, and I'm not in jail, and I'm not killed because of you.
Organized workers are the only force standing in the way of the billionaire class.
Hello, my name is Stanley Heller. Welcome to the Struggle Video News. We feature today the start of a talk by Issa Amro, a Palestinian activist from the West Bank, who spoke in Hartford, Connecticut some weeks ago. Amro lives in Hebron and is frequently harassed and attacked for his activism. Hebron, as you recall, is a Palestinian city of some 200,000 people. Years ago, a quarter of the whole city was given to settlers who number about 400 people and who are guarded 24/7 by the Israeli army.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Noor. It's my honor to know you. You are a great young activist for justice in Palestine and all over the world. I want to thank the organizers for this event, but I want to thank more all the American people who are showing solidarity with the Palestinian people, who are really making a huge difference. Okay, it's okay.
Oh, you got it?
I got it. Yeah. Who are making a huge difference here in the United States and back home in Palestine. I want to tell you that my people in Palestine, whenever they know that there is a solidarity, activity, action, media, social media about Palestine, they stop me in the street and tell me, Issa, your friends back home, in their countries are doing great. We are not alone. We are not dying in silence. The Israeli occupation is losing the narrative all over the world. So you will be surprised that a normal Palestinian who doesn't follow politics will know about Columbia University students, about Harvard University students, about your activism, about your work, not only here in the US, all over the world. I'm an activist since 2003, and I was really working hard to convince my people about the importance of doing outreach. They were saying it's useless, what are you talking about? They all know and they don't act. Now, we see many people, they know more, they act more, and they have impact on the Israeli occupation and on the Israeli apartheid. I will say something else very important, that me personally, I'm still an activist. I'm still, staying in my house in Hebron and in Tel Rumeda, and I'm not in jail, and I'm not killed because of you. This is Issa, okay? Because of your activism, because of your great work, and I hope that you consider every Palestinian as Issa. I am not the hero of the Palestinian non-violence resistance, and I'm not the hero of the Palestinians. There are many great Palestinian activists, non-violence organizers all over Palestine. From the farmers in Jimba. Jimba, it's very far from Hebron. It's around 2 hours and a half in the desert. The farmers there in South Mount Hebron, maybe you saw part of it in the film No Other Land. Jimba, it's a small, not village, small compound. The Israelis are working, the Israeli occupation, to deport them from their land, to expel them, to harass them. The recent attack, I'm mentioning Jimba because it's the most recent attack was on that small village. They arrested 22 Palestinians, they beat up the kids, the women, but the families, they stayed and remain. So each farmer farming his land is Gandhi and is a non-violence activist, and we should mention them by names. Each woman who support her kids, her children, and protect them to go to school, to pass the checkpoint, they are all doing great work to counter the Israeli policies of forcing Palestinians to leave their lands. So it's not only Issa Amro. There are many people who do great work, but they don't speak English. They speak Arabic, and they are busy with their land, with their schools, with their work, with their life. I'm here to update you about what's going on the ground, because we follow the news and we follow what's going on. And it's not easy to follow the news these days. You know what's going on in Gaza? The Israeli occupation is destroying Gaza. And recently, breaking the silence, an Israeli human rights organization published testimonies from Israeli soldiers about what they are doing in Gaza, how they are destroying a huge amount of area just for fun, just to make buffer zone, even outside of their planning. The soldiers, they have the initiative to destroy more. And Gaza situation is really a crazy situation. But I'm from West Bank. I will tell you my personal experience in the West Bank and what's going on in the West Bank. Many people think that the Palestinian history started after October 7th. No, it didn't start. Or our suffering started in October 7th as Palestinian. I want to tell you Hebron, for me as a child, growing up in Hebron, in a family who my parents wanted me not to do any type of politics. They wanted me to be a good student in the school, to study engineering and to become a professor in engineering. That was my life dream, to become a professor in engineering. And I was doing well in school. Till the Ibrahimi Mosque massacre, 1994, when Baruch Goldstein, do you know who's Baruch Goldstein? Baruch Goldstein is an American, Israeli, Jewish doctor who broke into the Ibrahimi Mosque, killed 29 Palestinians and hundreds were injured. His massacre made the Israeli occupation punish the victims by dividing the mosque, confiscating all the external yards of the mosque, and closing the streets and the markets in Hebron. So I hope that you come and visit, or send anybody who blindly supporting the occupation to Hebron and to West Bank to see the reality of the Israeli occupation. So in Hebron, we have 22 checkpoints in less than 1 square kilometer, more than 100 movement barriers. That's before October 7th. Segregated streets, separated streets. I'm not allowed to walk in the streets where I grew up or where I was raised. The house where I was born, I can see it, but I'm not allowed to enter it because it's a closed military zone. They named the streets Hebrew names. So imagine that they name your street, your neighborhood, and they rename it from Palestinian Arabic name to an Israeli Hebrew name. So I was born in Babil Khan. It's now Emek Hebron, in my lifetime. Our streets renamed to Hebrew names. They're changing, the names of our own streets in our lifetime. We still exist. Around 1,000 Palestinian apartments became empty. So when we say Palestinians ethnic cleansing, many people disagree here. But what it means that a certain people left their homes because of the continuous harassment and the continuous attacks and the continuous no life, I call it. More than 1,800 shops closed because of the closure policy. I'm talking about before October 7th, okay? Then they started using surveillance to spy on us, to monitor us, to profile us, and using artificial intelligence with very advanced cameras, with the special systems to profile us. Red wolf, blue wolf. Look to the names, wolf. They use, unfortunately, they describe their work in an ugly way. White wolf. So I discovered that. I discovered these systems. And I discovered that they are using us as a lab. We call it in engineering terms simulation. They do simulation. They test this technology on us with remote control guns. Then they sell it all over who needs it. All of that was happening before October 7th. And they were using the idea of that you don't feel safe, you don't have social life, and no services, and no national identity. That is what they were doing to us. It's all before October 7th, and many Israelis were disconnecting themselves from Baruch Goldstein, the Kahana Meir Kahana party was announced here in the US by the State Department as a terrorist organization. You know when they removed them from that terrorist list? 2022. When the Otzma Yehudit, Smotrich, and Itamar Ben-Gvir, who are the followers of Meir Kahana, were winning the election. They saw that they are winning the election. And instead of cutting their funds and outlaw them more, they removed them from the terrorist list. So they got more money, more support, and they won the election. And who's the mainstream now in Israel? It's Baruch Goldstein followers and supporters. This is something very important. Those ones who believed in his massacre and they built a tomb for him in Kiryat Arba and they celebrate his anniversary, they are the mainstream in Israel and they are the leaders of Israel these days. And today, one of them, her name is Orit Strock. Her daughter accused her of sexual abuse. This Orit Strock, her son, 20 years ago, a Palestinian child in Nablus, and he was defended, the son, the oppressor, by his parents and by his community. The same son was accused, and the father was accused, and the mother was accused of abusing their children. It's in the media now. And she filed a complaint. Look how what they do to us, it comes to them at the end. So the situation in Hebron was very bad, very hard, and impossible to stay and remain. In spite of all of that, Palestinian families remained, resisted the policies, So we started campaigning using non-violence resistance. I started activism from university because my dream was to become a professor. I was in the engineering college till I went to my university. I found the Israeli military in 2003, closed it for good. And for me, to start protesting was about my education. It was not about occupation. It was about education. I wanted my degree. Nowadays, the Palestinian university students and the Palestinian school students, they fight to go to their schools. They fight to go to their universities. Because for Palestinians, educational degree is very, very important. So when Netanyahu said the war is between the civilized people and the uncivilized people, he was talking about himself, describing himself as uncivilized because they are the ones who demolished universities, demolished schools, killed children, targeted civilians, targeted everything in Gaza and the West Bank. I will update you about West Bank more. So we are taking care of our education. That made me graduate after I led the students to reopen the university against the Israeli military. Well, I graduated as an engineer and as an activist. And by time I started establishing tactics, strategies, how to make the occupation costly. Some people tell me, Issa, what we can do here in the US? I tell them, I can't tell you. Be creative. Make fighting the occupation part of your daily routine. Make it as a routine. And be wise. How to do it and what to do. And the gap between the Israelis and the Palestinians is so high. And the imbalance is the main reason we don't have peace. Because they don't need peace. Why they do peace? They occupy the land, they control our electricity, they control our water, they control our import, our export, they use us as a cheap labor, they do whatever they want without any accountability. So start leveling up Palestinians, leveling up Palestinian voices, leveling up Palestinian doctors, Palestinian engineers, Palestinian economy, Palestinian art. I want you to treat Palestinians as a nation, not as animals. Animals, they seek shelter and food. Nations seek freedom.
Last week we featured video inside the aid ship The Conscience right after it was attacked by drones, surely launched by Israel. We also included a video of climate and human rights activist Greta Thunberg and others in a small boat that was approaching The Conscience in an effort to join it. We've since learned that the small boat was turned away by Maltese authorities. For a time, the Maltese government was calling on people on the boat to leave the ship. This they refused to do because that would mean the ship had been abandoned and it could be seized by anyone. Since that time, the Maltese government has given some assistance. There's a petition about this that you should consider signing. This QR code will bring you to the petition. You recall that No Other Land won the Academy Award this year for Best Documentary. This is one of the villages shown in it, part of the Masafer Yatta area, land that Israel covets supposedly for tank training. This week, the village was flattened. This is the after video. Now, scenes from the New Haven Green Mayday in New Haven. First, still pictures with fragments of speeches behind.
Beautiful to see the resistance showing up. On April 5th, we all came together across the country and said hands off. And today, on May 1st, International Workers' Day, we are coming together to
Organized workers are the only force standing in the way of the billionaire class.
And if you're with the workers, we need you to pass a bill that will make it easier for workers to make the decision to stand up for themselves, a bill that will make it easier.
I am 15, not fragile, not fresh, not some soft idea of hope. I'm a blade sharpened by poverty. I'm the sound of school doors locking behind me. I am bruises hidden under protest signs. I'm spit in the mouth of every system that told me to stay small and silent. Trump, Musk, billionaires with God complexes. They break our spines and ask why we don't stand tall. They claim monopoly with our homes and call it
For workers to look their bosses in the face and say, we need a deal for our families. It's a simple bill, it's a reasonable bill, it's not a radical bill, it's a bill for unemployment insurance for striking workers.
Workers united here, labor united, honoring the history of May Day.
Central in the fight for justice. Therefore, we demand that Governor Lamont and the Connecticut legislature adjust the fiscal.
Our members are prepared to walk off the job and shut Pratt down. If they're out on
That's what this is about. We are building our muscle as working people, as people in this community. We're showing up in the many. And guess what? We are going to have to do this again, because we are going to have to demonstrate that when the time comes, we are going to have to shut it down. We are preparing. So May Day isn't May Day. May Day is a long-term strategy for us to get information and be ready for a general strike to shut it down.
And the start of the May Day March. You can see video of the whole march of the start of the parade at the Struggle Video News. If I recall, it took 12 minutes for the marchers to pass by our camera. A demonstration at Columbia University this week took over a library for a few hours to protest the genocide. A Twitter feed called Columbia Jewish Alumni Association wrote, "Watch this entitled brat vandalize the Columbia Library without a single thought or care for the wage-earning custodians who will inevitably be called in to clean up this appalling damage." Abu Bakr Ahmed replied from Gaza, "Israel and the United States have bombed all libraries in Gaza, not leaving a single book intact in them. I love these students so much. Much love to them." On May 9th, a federal judge freed Rumeysah Ozturk. She had been jailed by the Trump administration because she wrote an article supporting Palestine in a student newspaper a year ago. She is out on bail. That's our program for today. See you next week at this time. I'm Stanley Heller for the Struggle Video News.